We write songs about movies, and this week we're joined by comedian Rahul Andrade, and we've written songs about The Exorcist. Like, comment, subscribe, and spit Nickelodeon slime onto that bell. This is the Royds Review Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again, spitting slime, and we're joined by my friend and very funny comedian, Rahul Andrade. Rahul, how you doing?
Hi. I'm here. We're doing great.
You are,
Having a
in
great
fact, here.
I'm here.
It's true.
Rahul, you've been on the program before, and I've totally blanked on the previous episode you were on. It was Rocky. I didn't totally blank on it. Yes!
Yeah, that was the last episode I was on. What was that, like a little over a year ago?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago, yeah.
Long time ago.
That was before we were doing video.
Mm-hmm.
And now we could see our pretty faces. If any of the listeners or viewers have noticed, but actually once we switched to video, we started calling it Season 2 because we thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, you got a shift. Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, exactly. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Robbie?
I'm doing great. I watched The Exorcist for the very first time.
Wow, did it spook you?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all, Brother Bear.
Not even a little bit.
There was one spot where I went, ugh. And that was when they briefly show, like, I splice in, like, a scary face for a second.
Oh, dude, when I was a kid, because I saw this when I was a kid, and not a good idea. It scared the duty out of me. I had a bunch of duty in me, and the duty flew out. But that particular, like, in the dream sequence when he's running, and then you get the pop of the, like, one frame of the, like, that spooky dude.
Mm-hmm.
Pants pooped.
Oh no, how old were you?
Yeah.
When you say...
I feel like I was like 9.
Alright, so you're too old to be pooping pant.
Yeah, too old to be pooping pant, too young to be watching The Exorcist.
A fine line to walk.
I walk it well.
You do. You do. Rahul, have
Thanks,
you
man.
seen The Exorcist before?
No, but like, yes. I think I've seen it. I don't remember much of it, but I know that there's the guy from the Seventh Seal in it, and he's a priest, and I don't know, like, I tried watching it, but then I just got too scared because of the beginning part. Like, as soon as I turned on the movie, I just hear Islamic chanting and see images of Iraq, and I just got scared, and I turned it off.
It was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was the scariest part of the movie, you know? I didn't even want to see what happened next. I was like, oh god, this is
That's
they
what
really know how to get the fucking...
Yeah, that's what the media was doing to us in the early 2000s. Whoa, this is scary.
Yeah.
Rahul, real quick, can you go ahead and give out your socials and anything you'd like to promote?
It's so weird. I need to start doing more comedy, seriously. My social is on Instagram, RA_JOOL, Rajul. I need to do more comedy. I need to get back out there.
These opening credits are creepy. Like, right away I was like, oh, this is pretty creepy, these opening credits. This theme.
Yeah, the theme is weird. It's a weird theme. I looked it up. I was like, what time signature is this? And it's in 15:8.
It's very reminiscent of the
15:4.
Halloween theme.
Yeah. That's in 5:4. 5:8, whatever it is. I don't know. But it's weird. And it's like almost like it starts off with the actual theme, and then it goes into like just it starts sounding like noise. And I'm like, whoa, that's overwhelming.
Yes.
But I think that's on purpose, because it's like trying to make you uncomfortable, you know?
This is, after all, a horror film. Because, Andy, what month are we in?
We're in, oh my goodness, I'm so scared, October.
Giving me the shivers and quivers, Andy.
Why are you lying to the viewers? It's September.
They
Chill,
think
chill,
we're
chill,
live.
chill,
They
chill,
think-
chill, chill, chill,
they
No, you
think-
can't change the day just based on when you're releasing the episode. That's
They
not how time
think
works.
we're live.
Chill, 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 chill. You're breaking the illusion.
We open up and
Disapproving.
we're in trouble. Oh no! Oh no! He's pointed out our ruse. The movie opens in northern Iraq because of all those Catholic exorcisms that occur in northern Iraq.
Robbie, let me ask you a question. Do you
Yeah.
say Iraq or do you say Iraq?
How did I just say it? Iraq.
That's something I've been doing to my wife lately.
Waiting
Very
till
annoying, very funny.
You can't stroke your beard that well and pronounce it Iraq. It's Iraq.
we're at this dig site and they're finding a whole bunch of neat stuff. Some old white dude is told of some artifacts and he takes this ominous blue thing. Hey, this is Chekhov's nothing. Chekhov's ignore
Yeah.
it. Don't worry about it, everybody.
Yeah, the
The
only
Maltese
thing
stand.
that the only thing that comes back from this beginning scene is the weird statue that he looks at. That comes back later, like briefly.
Yeah,
Take all this
briefly.
out. Take all of this out.
This
You're
is
wasting everybody's time.
This is just to introduce us to Father Merrin, a guy who comes back for the last 10 minutes of the movie. We don't talk about him. We don't see what he's up to. No one goes, how's Father Merrin doing? Nope.
The movie is named after him. This guy's got like 8 minutes of screen time. You know?
But I didn't even know he was an I'm in Iraq waiting for this exorcism to happen. And it's like, oh, we find out later, he did an exorcism in Africa. Don't worry about it. We don't need to show you that one.
A lot of time wasted here.
Yeah, I also have a question about this dig site. What is this? Are all these people working together? Are these all individual dig groups?
No, it's like
Yes.
know when at the zoo and they give you a little shovel to do the paleontology.
Yeah, that's just a big version of that.
Whatever historic religious relics you find, you get to keep them as long as you
Yeah,
check
you get
in
to
with
keep
the
'em.
guy.
Oh, I found a Vishnu statue, Mommy! Like, oh, great, you got it. I found a cross!
Whoa, Cross, Vishnu, and Pazuzu in the same field? This is not
The gift shop sells
Whoa.
Methuselah rookie cards.
Oh, what is this, John Smith of Mormonism? Where did I find that?
This old man, Father Merrin, is having a hard time in the Iraq sun. He is struggling.
Guys, let me ask you a question. I hope that you don't know this, so this is interesting to you. How old do you think the actor playing the priest is? Rahul.
Younger than he looks in the movie.
Yeah, he's 44.
Wait, which one? Father Merrin?
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought he was like,
he's 44, and they all that's makeup.
that's
Like
makeup?
That's makeup.
They wanted, that's the guy from Seventh Seal who plays the knight playing chess against death. They wanted him so bad for some reason. Like, he was their first pick for
Yeah.
that role. So they were like, I don't care, we're gonna de-age him, extra age him.
Yeah,
Extra age.
age him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the makeup is really good.
I thought he was an old man.
Exactly. Yeah, it's that good.
Apparently, this ruined his career. Like after this movie, everybody was like he'd send in his his name or whatever. Like, hey, put me on the list. I'm from The Exorcist. You remember me? I was a big deal. And they're like, oh, we don't want an old man. He's like, but I'm not an old man. But that's crazy. The makeup in this movie is crazy, brother.
This movie.
How could they not be like don't want an old guy? You know, like he's an actor. That would be like if Robert Downey Jr. couldn't get any roles because like, oh, we don't need this part for a black person. It's like, no, that was Tropic Thunder. Like I'm not actually. That was a movie. I was acting.
Right.
Right. That was the Seven Seal guys, Tropic Thunder. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. But like that's especially back then. Like this is 1973. Typecasting was a thing. Like if you got big in one role, that's you forever. You know, it's like now it's different.
There's a reason for typecasting, though. Let's all be honest. Typecasting is not a bad thing. Like,
I mean, it's bad for the actor. Like if they're trying to get work.
Oh no, I'm making millions, and I just have to keep doing the same thing over and over.
Right. No, I'm not saying sympathize. I'm just saying. That's how they're looking at it. You know, they're like, oh, I'm pigeonholed in this one role. I don't give a crap. But like, now it's like you could see somebody in a horror movie and then the next day you see them in a comedy. The next day, they're really busy.
Yeah, they're a little too busy. But it's actually, they've used AI.
Right.
Father Marin sets out from Iraq. He says he says that there's something he needs to do. I'm going to go out on a limb and say an exorcism. But they never...
That's a good limb, yeah.
They never actually tell us why he needs to leave. He's just like, I must go now. Father Marin died on the way back to his home planet.
He has to use the bathroom.
Dude, is this guy influenced? Like, is he a direct descendant from the kid from Gladiator? Because he almost gets wrecked by a horse-drawn carriage.
That's true, he does.
Watch where you're going, old man!
It's very strange to me that the movie opens like this, because this seems expensive. You know, like, they go to a different location. It's in the middle of the desert. It's, like... They got horses, but it's just like
Petra.
Is that where it is? I don't know.
What?
Yeah, it's Here, sorry, keep going. Yeah.
Well, it's just like it's a lot of work for like nothing. This doesn't amount to anything. Why'd you do this?
I think it's because we wanted to see the statue with a snake wiener.
I think they just wanted to seem abnormally confusing to an American audience, but still familiar. Because they're like, oh, Petra, that's where all these different religions do random things, and it's Islam, you know? Yeah, it's like in the different religion, but, you know, they all came from the same little Mesopotamia, or what you call it, you know, the same little area. So it's like all these different religions that exist together of monotheism, but also it's so unknown and weird. And then there's whatever that weird demon with the snake penis has, you know, is like, whoa, this is pagan. That's definitely not Christian, but you still need a priest for the exorcism. It's very weird and ominous. And I think that's the only reason they did it, is to provide a familiarity to spirituality, but also take away like anything close to God or close to like what you deem as something good. Yeah, and it just brings in this air of like, oh shit, this goes deep. This ain't just one possession in The Exorcist. This guy Pazuzu's been going around.
So you brought a big brain take. I got a little brain take, and I said, why are we here? What's going on? That's good though. I appreciate you clearing that up. Makes it better, honestly.
Crossfade to Georgetown. Okay. I thought this was a little girl doing her homework, not until it turns around and it's the mom smoking a cigarette, writing down the recipes. And I was like, that little girl's having a cigarette while she does her homework. Oh no, that's an adult. Okay. Chris, that is the mother. She hears a noise and goes looking for it. In the morning, she tells this guy who I guess works at the house that there are rats in the attic, and the guy's like, no way! Absolutely no chance there's rats in the attic. Go
Yeah,
look,
and she's
dude.
like, could you check? And he's like, no, there's nothing there. Could you check, though?
We learn that Chris is an actress. She's playing a professor in a college protest movie. Again, I don't think we need to see her at work. I got the idea that she's an actress. Or she's just a very well-off person.
I gotta tell you, the first, like, half hour of this movie is almost nothing. And I was, at, like, 20 minutes, I was like, when are we getting spooky? What's going on here?
A lot of this movie, I'm going, can we get to the exorcism? This movie is
At
called The
least something
Exorcist.
spooky. You know, it's okay if you save the exorcism for last, but just give me some more spooky stuff.
Hey, we find...
I think that was just scary for the people at the time, you know, old folks. My dad keeps saying, like, it was the scariest movie he's ever seen. He can never watch it again.
Yeah, my dad says the same thing.
Yeah, they just had a different level of scare. They like that slow burn. That shit gets them.
I think our dads are f***ies.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it is also, like, if you go, like, 1973, this would be the most terrifying thing anybody's ever seen.
Well, yeah, it's got to be scary to watch a protest on college. Kent was only 3 years before this.
Right, yeah. Well, like, when it gets spooky, I can see how in 1973 people were like, that's real, and I'm scared.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
You know? Like, I mean, think Jaws came out 2 years after, and people were terrified to go in the ocean.
Well, sharks
You know,
are
like-
actually real. I hate to break that to you, Andy.
That's a myth, Robbie. Sharks are not real.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Andy's not only a flat earther, but a shark denier.
Yeah. And, sharks are flat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So you don't
Yeah.
believe in sharks, but you also believe they're flat?
If they were real, they'd be flat.
Andy,
Okay.
Andy, stingrays and sharks are related, but Andy just thinks stingrays are sharks.
Correct.
No such thing as a great white, but when he sees a stingray, he goes, that's a shark.
Yeah.
And they go, he's smart and stupid at the same time.
It's incredible.
There's no such thing as a great white, as a famous Dr. Umar quote.
Chris walks home. It's very creepy. She overhears some priests talking, and it's probably not about good stuff. And then the priest is making his way through a bad part of town, and some homeless guy goes, give me money. I'm a Catholic.
Yeah. But he's got a glint in his eye.
Yeah, come on, Fada. I'm a Catholic.
Yeah. He's the devil.
He
So
is.
what they're saying is, if you're poor, you're
Yep.
not of God.
That was the scariest part of the movie. A homeless person. No.
Yeah. Get a job.
That's scarier than a rock.
The priest goes home to his mother. He eats dinner and wraps her leg. He offers to take his mom somewhere safe, and she's like, I ain't leaving. This is my house. I ain't going nowhere. He's like, come on, Ma. We got to get out of here. I named my son Damien, and he became a priest. I can't believe it.
She's Demi, why you do this to me? Demi.
Damien, I named you after
You
the
be
devil
like your brother
explicitly.
Josiah. Josiah's a good boy.
The priest leaves money on the nightstand like his mother is a prostitute, turns on the music and leaves. He's like, all right, Ma, thanks so much for the meal. Here's you go. And she's like, oh, thank you. And like, she's listening to whatever. He's like, no, Ma, I know you're sleeping. You're going to listen to music and not the horrible news or whatever she was listening to.
Yeah. Like, I mean, so the first half hour sets up a lot of stuff that is crucial. You know, like, we get him and his mom, we get Regan and the mom's relationship.
Wait, I have a question. I'm sorry. I have to ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Why is his relationship with his mom crucial? I don't give a damn about this guy's mom.
Because it comes back later. The devil uses it against him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. She's like, your mother.
Yeah. He's like, you're not my mom. You're not my mom.
She's like, yeah, dude, she's a little girl, idiot.
Yeah, what are you, stupid?
Sorry, continue.
That's it, really. It's just, it does set these things. I just think it could be set up better. It is very of its time, where the movies take their time and maybe not as interesting, but pacing issues. That's what it is. It's older movies often have pacing issues where it's like, what are we doing here? Let's go.
This movie is very poorly paced.
Could agree, especially for the first half hour.
We finally... Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just, yeah, you're right. It like starts off with that one act, and then you don't even get to the real full act with Merrin until like that last section of the movie. But it's like, that's how they used to do it. They used to have these weird, I forget the rule in screenwriting where it's like kind of 25-ish minutes in, you want to get to your first act turning point. But like they don't do that. They do that in the very beginning of the movie because there's no normality. Then they go back to normality, and then they go back. It's a weird one. It's a formula that I guess, because there were horror movies back then, but not like that. That was like a just slow, creepy burn. Other horror movies were just like zombies, and yeah.
Right. I would say the only other like comparable horror movie to this would be like Rosemary's Baby at the time. Like that was spooky. That scared the poop out of people. Yeah.
Is it safe to assume none of us have read the book?
Yes.
The Bible? Of course.
The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. That's what I call my bladder, my blatty.
No, in high school, I was given a choice between that and Twelfth Night, and I picked Twelfth Night.
We finally meet Regan, and Chris is like, hey, Regan, why do you have a Ouija board? And she was like, I was playing with it, and I talked to Captain Howdy.
Yeah.
Okay. The sound design is awful. I can't hear a thing while Regan and Chris talk.
Really? I didn't notice.
They are clearly just using boom mics, and Chris is facing away from them, and I can't hear a thing.
I feel like there's a lot of weird sound decisions in this movie. There was a scene where the mom is looking at the priest, and then just an airplane comes by that's way too loud for just a normal talking scene. And I think they're just trying to they didn't know how to genuinely scare people. Either way, is I think they didn't know how to necessarily do that kind of quick burn back then with all these weird editing things. So they needed that ominous, weird sound editing that I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they added strange, animal noises into the soundtrack too.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is maybe not just blatantly scare you, but make you uncomfortable, and sometimes it works, but other times it's just what are you doing?
Hey, put me to sleep, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's important to establish that Regan is a normal little girl.
Yeah.
And has a great relationship with her mom.
Yeah, she's a normal little girl who wants her mom to get it, because she's like, bring your crush to my birthday thing, mommy. That's a weird way to say that.
That is a weird thing to say. But she's like, all right, my dad's not really in the picture. So, maybe I could get, maybe if, we could both get what we want. She gets a good man. I get a good dad, for a change. I don't know. I think she's a good person. And I think that her mom clearly loves her very much. and they have a very good relationship. I think it's important that they establish that. I think they establish it well. I think everything else you could put it on 2 times speed, because let's go already.
Oh.
Also, question. Did Regan summon the demon with the Ouija board accidentally?
They don't really make that clear, which is cool. That's what I was thinking.
That is cool.
You know, I like that they never, like, they dropped the Ouija board hint, and then they're like, it's up to you. Do you think that happened? Because at least there's an explanation where you can't go, there's no reason it got there. She was playing with a Ouija board.
Right. So I like that you said you like it, because I also like it. So we like it.
Okay. Look, very good. We have established it.
Pretty good commentary, huh?
That's great. The priest, this is Damien, Father Karras. He wants out of his job because he wants to be close to his mother. He goes, I think I lost my faith, Tom.
Right.
And then he's like,
so,
nah.
Also important. Also,
no, you
also
haven't.
important to show how he is waning on faith, right? Because I think that ultimately the demon is after him. Like, ultimately, because later, I'm jumping ahead, but there's a conversation, and it's he's like later on when they're doing the exorcism, like right before, the demon says, "What an excellent day for an exorcism," and he goes, "You want that? That's something you want?" And the demon says, "Intensely," and he's like, "Wouldn't that drive you out of Regan?" And then the demon says, "It would bring us together," and he's like, "You and Regan?" And the demon says, "You and us." So I think this demon's doing the long play. It found Regan because she was like innocent and susceptible. Went into Regan, and then knew that Father, what's his name? Karras,
yeah.
Father Karras would be the guy because he's nearby. Because his faith is weaning, and the devil wants him because he's not in tune with God like he used to be.
His faith
He's
is
abandoned
weaning.
his
It's just
mother.
listening to wean.
But, like, I think ultimately that's its play. And I think that is interesting.
I didn't catch that, but I had totally lost interest about halfway through the movie. And everything became surface level because I was bored as hell.
So you gave up on it.
Yeah. I gave up on it.
Okay. It happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
I gave up on this movie about halfway through and I went, I'm bored. It's not scary. I didn't need to watch the priest walk into the church with some flowers all the way from his car, walk out of his car, walk through the parking lot, open the door of the church, walk all the way to the front of the church. Oh my God, what happened to that statue?
Yeah, that's classic. You know, we talk about it when we do old movies. They always show things happening in real time. Like somebody making a cup of coffee. It's like, hey, that sucks. Get it out of here.
Yeah, they will show someone grinding down the beans, and you will sit there just listening to.
Super expensive back then. Like, why did they need that? It was like, yeah, this is going to be $100, but like, no, we need to get the steam off the coffee. We need to get him. We need to get his gait as he walks.
You can't rush art.
Yeah.
The statue is cool, and I do think, like, while I'm sitting here criticizing, it did add to my shock of seeing the statue all bloodied with the horn coming out of it. Like, there was a part of me that went, because literally my note is writing, I don't need to watch this guy. Holy S, what happened to that statue? So, it did work in that aspect, but I probably would have had that same reaction if we just open up with him walking into the church instead of getting out of his car.
Yes, I agree. 1000%.
Yeah, the car thing is unnecessary, but when he gets in the church, he sees the statue's face, and we see the statue's face with nothing else.
Right.
So I think it's a real double whammy for both of us, because we're both like, nah, yeah, nothing's going on. It's like, whoa, look at those candy corn nips, and Well, this is just weird.
Happy Halloween!
Yeah, it was pretty orange. Yeah, I think they were going with the Halloween vibe for this. But oh yeah, it's that essence of like just true horror. Because now we get too many little jump scare kind of things, you know?
Yeah.
It's involved.
Father Karras goes to a home or a hospital of some sort to see his mother. Her brother, his uncle, apparently put her in a home without talking to him at all. He was like, yeah, I know.
Demi, why you do this to me, Demi?
Yeah, why is she blaming him?
Well, she doesn't know what's going on. She's, a little demented,
So put her down.
Robbie.
It's funny. This is actually the premise for The Sopranos.
Wow. What a
To be honest,
crossover.
I've never watched The Sopranos. Chris hosts a party. This was such an old school thing at parties where a guy would sit at a piano and everyone would just sing along to the song he's playing.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'd be out of that party so fast if some dude was like, all right, I'm going to sit at the family piano and everyone's going to sing along to these standards.
Nah, it's only okay when the kid is playing. It's not cool when you're over 30 and everyone's around you.
Right. But like, what is the, because this is the guitar guy at the party, the guy who plays the acoustic guitar at the party the whole time, but now everyone's just into it.
Yeah.
I guess
Well, they're all movie people. They're all theater people, so of course they're into it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what the socialites are into. They just have those surround the guy on the piano parties,
But every old movie had this. Like, even Poor People, they'd have like a giant piano in the corner, and Uncle Tom is gonna play us a jingle, and we're all gonna sing along to these old standards that, guess what, don't cost the movie a dime to put in.
Yeah.
Out
And
of all
I
the
think
uncles
it's
that you could have named, you picked Tom.
I think that also that's probably something to do before, it was like, because TV would just turn off after a certain time. So like,
You did
It's something to do.
amphetamines!
I get it. Robbie?
That's what they did!
Robbie?
Okay,
Well then,
I'm right.
Regan comes. I guess, I don't know, I'm moving on. Regan comes in, she pisses on the carpet, right?
Yeah. Regan comes out while everyone is singing, and she says, "You're gonna die up there." And she proceeds to pee on the floor. Regan's bed starts shaking all over, so I guess she's haunted by Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. Really funny joke, Rob, that no one's gonna get. Thanks, Rob.
I like how the mom also jumps on the bed just to see if that would help. And then she's also just shaking around. It's like, what did you...
Like,
look at the bed. You're not going to stop that. Like,
did she think the girl was, like, lifting the sides of it?
Yeah.
Like...
No, she set her sleep number to 666.
Yeah. Excellent. Very good.
What did Chris think what that would do? I can't lift two women!
Yeah.
The demon's not strong enough for the both of us!
Yeah, it's just a pagan demon. It's not one of those swole Catholic demons.
Yeah.
Father Karras mourns the death of his mother and has a creepy dream, and then we see Regan forced to get a shot. We see a vaccine denier over here, Regan.
Classic Reagan.
Yeah, government's not gonna tell me to get a shot.
I feel genuinely bad for Regan in these scenes. It's like harsh medical procedures.
While the doctor's taking rips of heaters and being like, your daughter has a bad brain.
Yeah. She's dumb. She's an idiot. Her brain don't work.
I like that the doctors are like, I don't know, it's because she was having tremors. And she's like, the entire bed was shaking.
Yeah. I do like how the mom is like, no, you don't know, man. I'm not talking tremors. I'm talking like somebody was lifting this bed.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
The doctors read their scans after doing that horrendous procedure to scan her brain. Chris calls the doctor and races to the house, and Regan is going insane in the bed. Her core strength is gonna be out of this world. Are you watching these sit-ups?
Yeah.
She's
Also,
gonna
like,
have a six-pack.
Dude,
What?
it looks like... No, I'm saying dude, and she's gonna be shredded.
The way you said dude was the same way you say dude when I say something horrendous?
Oh, no.
90X.
Yeah. But like, when she's, like, flopping on the bed, it's, like, very clear that they were just yanking this girl on a wire. Like, I read something about how the actress was, like, permanently damaged by this movie.
I really
yanking her around with wires.
I really thought that was a dummy.
Nah, that's a little girl getting beaten up.
The only dummy was the people that didn't take care of the child's well-being.
Wow. And that's actually why we're here, to talk about the safety on these films.
We're the only people brave enough to say it.
Yeah. We've had a little bit of fun here today. But you know what's not fun? Yanking little girls around. Andy, speak on your experience with that.
Robbie, there's got to be a better way to say that.
Yeah.
The doctor starts to explain to Chris that Regan has a brain condition that makes her strong. So the doctor seems to think Regan is an X-Men.
Yeah.
She's like,
X-Gene.
Yeah, your daughter's a mutant apparently. Okay.
Yeah.
She has more x-rays, they all come back home normal. And then when Chris gets home, all the lights are flickering, the phone rings, nobody's there. This is your typical, scary movie stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And Reagan's window is open. Chris is all mad that nobody's with her, and apparently the guy, Burke, who was the director of the movie she was filming, was supposed to be watching her, but he got thrown out the window?
Yeah, his head turned all the way around.
Yeah, well, I do kind of like how they address that. They're like, yeah, his head turned all the way around. He goes, he didn't die from the fall. Like, everyone is kind of under the impression he died from the fall, but then the cop is like, nah. Like, the fall wouldn't have twisted his head all the way around.
Right. I have a question. These stairs, are these the Joker stairs? No?
No. Joker stairs are in the Bronx. This is actually shot in Georgetown. Like, I've been on those stairs, actually. When I was with my ex and she was living in DC. It's a really beautiful spot, and it kind of plays into the tone too, because then you get the idea of, these are really rich, prissy, posh people down in that area, because that's what Georgetown is, you know.
Regan gets visited by a psychiatrist. They were resisting the idea of a psychiatrist in this movie for so long. She's like, a doctor must be able to tell us what's happening here. The psychiatrist tries to talk to Mr. Howdy to try to get Mr. Howdy out, and Regan just grabs the guy's wiener and attacks him.
That was a really cool shot of a guy getting the balls grabbed. Like, it's just so cool. Like, it just has no right being that cool of a shot. Like, she grabs his balls, and it's just the camera falling back.
Yeah.
Like, what? Well, that was sick. Like, wait a minute.
This director
scarier than it already is.
This director, he made some odd choices, but he makes some really cool ones as well. And I could see why this movie, has the reputation for being groundbreaking in several ways, because he does do a lot of cool stuff that are that was unheard of at the time. But I do like how he's asking Regan, is like, is there someone inside you? She's like, sometimes. It's like, who is it? She's like, I don't know. And she's all very like glazed over, she's like there's nothing behind her eyes.
A real glazed donut.
Real glazed donut. You ever have a Hertz donut?
No. Are they good?
All right, I gotta drive up there. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. But then he's like, is it Captain Howdy? And she's like, I don't know.
Is it Woody? Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Give me that.
This is
Previous
what
episode, Toy Story. Check it out.
the cop tells Father Karras that Burke's head was turned completely around, and Father Karras refuses to tell the cop anything. And this is where the doctors propose the exorcism to Chris, and they pretty much tell her, we just think it's a placebo, but we don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah, let's exhaust these options.
Yeah. Regan throws a fit. She's stabbing her parts with a cross. This is where she attacks her mom and like, lick it! Lick it!
Yeah, this is hard to watch.
I don't like it.
So, like, that kind of stuff is exactly why I think some of our parents are like, I will never watch that again. Like, that would be truly, I mean, it is horrific now, but it's, like, devastating in 1973.
Yeah.
You know? After this, like, she talks to the cop. I know I'm getting ahead, but she doesn't mention to anyone that, Reagan's head turned completely around. Also, she moved furniture with her mind. Like, she does not mention that to anyone.
She also shoved my face into her
Right. Like, but she doesn't mention, she's just like, there's something wrong with my daughter. It's like, yeah.
You can't say that to
Be a
somebody.
little more specific.
You can't tell someone your daughter forced you to do that. No one's gonna believe you.
That part, but you say like, yo, dude, I'm telling you, her head turned completely around. This isn't a medical thing.
Well,
there's a demon in this girl.
she tried to, because when she was like, the bed was jumping on its own, they were like, nah, your daughter was just shaking. Your daughter was just juking and jiving.
It's the 70s, baby.
Yeah, we're having a good time out here. Chris asks Father Karras to perform an exorcism, and he's like, I don't really want to. I'm good. Father Karras talks to Regan, who claims to be the devil. Not a demon, and that's very important in this movie. The devil himself. She asks him to loosen some straps, and then I actually thought this was the creepiest part of the movie right here, when the homeless man's voice comes out of Regan.
Yeah, he's like, you remember me?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's good stuff. Oh, that's creepy as heck.
I also, I don't know if it's just the devil, because he keeps referring to himself as us.
Well,
So I don't know if he means him and Regan, or him and other demons.
I think the mom says, or someone says, yeah, there's 3 of them in her or something. And I was like, I've seen a movie like that before.
Robbie?
Regan projectile vomits Nickelodeon slime onto Father Karras. They talk, and we get the line, it's a wonderful day for an exorcism.
Yeah.
And Karras, we get some holy water sprinkled onto Regan, and she starts convulsing and making some noises. And then we get this fun thing that when he listens back to the recording, immediately Karras is like, yeah, she's speaking English in reverse. Or the other priest is like, yeah, she's speaking English in reverse.
Yeah.
That's not tongues.
Yeah. It's also in that scene, the demon mentions his mom.
Yes.
He's like the demon's like, your mom's in here too, and he's like, yeah, no, like what's her name? I forget. I think that's what he asked. Like, what's her name? And the demon doesn't say, and I think that's why he's like still skeptical at this point. He's just like, it could have just guessed mom, not knowing that I. And then he sprinkles what he says is normal water. It's not blessed, and it's still like, it burns. So he's like, what's going on here? This isn't real. I think it's just messing with it.
Ah.
That's cool.
Regan has the words, help me, scratched onto her stomach.
Spooky. Like, if that were real.
Yeah, if that was real, yeah, I'd be out. I'd also be like, did you do that yourself? Did you scratch up your
her
tummy?
hands are
I know.
tied.
I'd still ask her. Did you do that before? Well, it looks like it healed a little bit. An older priest suggests Smerin. That's the guy from the beginning of the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, call back.
To do the exorcism, he shows up. We got the iconic line. Your mother does things in heck.
Yep.
Your
Also,
mother performs fellatio in Heck.
The priest, Karen, right? Karis
Karis and Marin. Yeah.
Anyway, Karis. There you go. He is. Yeah, he is like still skeptical up to a certain point, but you like. There's several things that are pointing to this is the real deal. Like, she can't recreate, even if she can't recreate opening the drawer. Like, she opens the drawer, and he closes it, and he's like, do it again. And it's like, no. But, like, how did she do it in the first place? Her hands are tied. That's still crazy.
That's true,
and
yeah.
She did it while she was tied to the bed. And then, she's able to speak in several different voices at the same time. And even though it doesn't sound like anything, because like you said, it's English in reverse, she's still doing that. It's two voices at once. That's supernatural, brother.
Yeah, the Santana album.
He's just very well trained in Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah, she's Gregorian chanting or whatever.
Things are flying all over the place. The priests yell, the power of Christ compels you. For a second, we see the statue with the snake wiener. And then Father Marin's like, I need my pills! I'm an old man, I need to go take my pills!
Yeah. I like that the demon, like when Marin comes in, the demon's like, you. I like how the demon has a score to settle with this dude.
Yeah.
I think that's very cool. How it's like, you got me before, but you ain't got me this time, old man. I like it.
Father Marin does a prayer. Karis and Chris talk. Karis goes into the room and finds Father Marin dead and Regan untied. Karis implores the devil to possess him instead. It eventually does, and he jumps out the window. A priest runs over and gives Karis his last rites as he's dying on the sidewalk. I don't know why. I just thought it was funny that a priest in me was like, I gotta give that guy his last rites.
Well, that was his. That was the guy who was like, it's in reverse.
Yeah.
He's been around. They're boys.
The next day, everything is just normal or something, and one of the women who worked at the house just finds Father Marin's medallion. Regan doesn't remember any of it. Chris and Regan say goodbye to Father Dyer, and they drive off. And then the movie ends.
Yeah.
And I was going, oh, cool, I can go to bed now.
I don't know. I think when it's good, when it's like doing stuff, I think it's pretty good. But when it's not doing anything, I'm like, what? Who put this in?
I again, one of the best Royds review opinions. When it's good, it's good.
Yeah, and when it's bad,
and when it's
not
bad,
so good.
It's bad. We like things. We like things if they're good. We don't like things if they're bad. That's
true.
That's our
True.
belief.
And sometimes movies have both.
And that's the problem.
And I think this movie has both. Yeah.
I think it has a lot of boring, unfortunately.
I agree. There's a lot of boring.
A lot of boring.
But I do like how the devil has unclear motives, but he like hints at it. He's like I actually want you. Like, yeah, I'm in Regan, but like your faith is so, and you abandoned your mother. I'm gonna use that against you, and it works. It like gets to him. I like that. That's cool.
He's like, I'll challenge you to a fiddle contest.
Yeah. I think if they developed that a little more, like, I don't know. I think if this movie needs an editor.
Yeah.
You cut out like 45 minutes and you'd have a pretty solid movie.
You can cut out a solid 2 hours.
Probably that's the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was bored.
Well, should we go to Letterboxd?
I think we should go to Letterboxd, and this might get contentious.
Okay.
Mostly because I have a gun.
Oh my god.
And I will end.
This is a Zoom call.
I will end my own life if anyone disagrees with me.
Okay. Wow. So, why don't you say your score first, then, Robbie?
Nope.
Christ, Rob, talk about getting some monetized, Rob.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but it'll make headlines.
That's true.
Oh boy.
I think it's a 3-star movie.
Ooh.
It's way higher than I thought that you would say. You said, "Thank God this movie's over." 3 stars.
Yeah, I think. Well, here's the thing.
They're going to give it a crescent moon.
I always grade on a curve, and the fact of the matter is, this movie for 1973 looks A+. Even today, I'd say this movie looks great. So the fact that it's 1973 and it looks better than certain horror movies do now because they did practical effects, the makeup work is excellent, the acting is good. I just think it's boring. And I'm grading on a curve because it was 1973, and so I said 3 stars.
I think this is while it's not the greatest, it is very important. You know, like it's a...
Kind of like Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah.
Like Curve 1812.
It's not the greatest, but it's important.
It's important.
Yeah.
You know what happened?
Hey, ties are important too.
Yeah. But, I don't know, it is boring. But again, when it's good, it's great. Like, I really like the spooky stuff. I think it's great. So I would agree with 3. Honestly, I don't think 3 is a bad score at all.
Rahul, you got any opinions?
It's a movie, you know? It did what it was supposed to do. It's basically now what every other future movie looks back to for possession, for horror, for putting in subliminal little weird creepy shit. The thing with the animals and stuff where they were putting that in the sounds of Regan, and she was like, I think there was one point she was an elephant like bellowing and a lion roaring. It was really weird, like very I think it's a great, excellent benchmark for what horror movies are going to turn into, especially that slow burn, not really like a lot. Like if The Exorcist was redone now, it would have to be an A24 movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a it's got so much more psychological horror to it than actual, because the one thing that took me out of it completely is the color of the vomit. For some reason, if the vomit was any other color, I feel like I would have been a little more horrified. But the fact that it reminded me of Jack Black giving an announcement and getting an Orange Blimp Award, like Rob alluded to earlier, it made me kind of lose my interest there and lose my, I guess, immersion into it.
Yeah. It's too green.
Yeah, a little too green for my taste. But, and...
The same thing the doctor said about my urine sample.
Madon. It's a good movie, and I think 3 stars is a good rating. I feel like even back in the day, I would have been, back in the 1970s, I would have been like, it's all right. I don't know. When did The Fly come out? With
86.
80s.
Previous episode.
80s.
Check it out.
Yeah, that was much later. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other visceral horror movies were out at that time, and I think the only other stuff like that was like Japanese stuff.
Yeah. But like Rosemary's Baby and like maybe Night of the Living Dead, Those are like the 3 horror movies that like freaked people out big time back then.
They're going to get you, Barbara. Isn't that Night of the Living Dead?
1989. Whoops, never mind. I was thinking of this other weird body horror movie I watched called The Iron Man, but not the one with Robert Downey Jr.
I was going to say.
That's an excellent one. That's a horrifying movie right there.
Put it on the list.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa.
Well,
Just make sure you don't
Robbie.
do the Robert Downey Jr. one. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Robbie, I wrote a song.
We have a problem.
Robbie.
I also wrote a song.
What a twist.
Rahul, pick who's going first.
Fine, Rob.
All right.
Fine. Just out of seniority, Andy. I'm sorry. I've known him long.
I understand.
My song is called Little Girl because this movie is about a little girl. And it's just singing to this little girl who's possessed by a demon. It's a poppy, upbeat song about the Exorcist.
Yo, Rob, I love you, but we got to talk about this little girl, little boy shit after the podcast.
Yeah, we probably do. So my song is called Little Girl. It's about the Exorcist. And it goes like this.
Little girl, what's gotten into you? Your words are vulgar, hey girl, they're downright blue. She's gonna spit by, so I think I better stand back. Stand back. She's making me think her soul is under attack. Attack. Little girl, what's gone wrong today? I don't understand why you're saying the things you say. Your head's spinning round, I think I better stand back. Stand back. You're up in the air, is she gonna attack? Attack. Little girl, what is wrong with you? I hope the things that you're saying about my mom aren't true. She's stabbing herself, we all better stand back. Stand back. Tie her down, 'cause her soul is under attack. Attack. Little girl, what's happened to you? Why is everything you're saying so blue? I don't know what happened today. I wanna know about the things that you say. Wanna know what happened to your soul. I want to know what has you under control. While we're waiting, northern Iraq. That scene never came.
That was my song called Little Girl.
I like it. You know me, I love a halftime break.
I know you do.
And you did it.
I did it, and I threw a bunch of horns on it. Well, a bunch of synth horns on it. Keyboard horns.
Beautiful.
I like
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I see you
also like
went with the
your-
method of not ending the song and just lowering the volume.
Yeah, just faded out on it. I thought it'd be fun. I actually did record it with an ending. There is an ending recorded, but I thought it was funnier to fade it out while I was questioning why did we go to northern Iraq.
Yeah.
I thought that was funnier. So I edited it. But there is an actual like ending that I recorded on the song.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was listening with the Iraq part and then it just faded out. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
I liked your background vocals as well.
Yeah, I thought I nailed it again, so then I was like, I'm gonna use stand back and attack on every time, and that's what's gonna happen. Because I'm lazy, and I'm gonna be honest, I have a lot more fun playing the instruments and than I do singing. So, let me rephrase that. I have a lot more fun playing instruments and singing verses than I do working on harmonies. Because
Okay.
the harmonies, after a while, just become like a labor of love where I'm hitting it going, ah, ah, ah.
Shouting at your keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why. I mean, I'll be honest, if I did that, I'd probably be having fun doing them.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Well, I liked it.
yeah, thanks. Just a song really singing to Regan, like, hey, what happened over here? What's going on?
Hey, you good? You good over there? What's
You
going
good?
on?
Andy, it's your turn.
Wow. My song's called "The Power of Christ Compels You," and I think I got real proggy. I think I don't know. I did the verses in 7/8, and then it goes to 4/4, and then the chorus is in 6/8. So a lot of time signatures going on.
And all the lyrics are ribbit. Oh wait, you said proggy.
Let me play the song.
What's it called again?
It's called "The Power of Christ Compels You." It goes like this.
I cast you out, unclean spirit, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is He who commands you flow me from the gates of heaven to hell. Christ compels you. The power of 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 Christ compels you. Be gone from this creature of God. Be gone in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Be gone. Christ compels you. The power of 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 Christ compels you.
So that was my song called "The Power of Christ Compels You."
I have 3 words. Rock and roll. Brother Bear.
That's 5 words.
That's 5 words. That was really good. That was really sick.
I
Thank
think you unironically didn't even make a song about The Exorcist. You just made an amazing Christian rock song. Like, you
Thank
beat out I know Creed isn't technically a Christian band, but God damn, like Creed can eat their hearts out. Who's a good Christian? Oh, what was that band? Live? Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
great.
Wah,
Great.
wah, wah, wah.
God,
Oh man, Robbie had an
I
episode.
give it 5 Shyamalan.
I give you 5 crosses.
Wow, thank you.
We're just gonna nail these up real quick.
Okay. Oh no, they're upside down, Robbie.
Oh no. Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry. I was gonna nail you to 5 crosses.
Oh.
2 thumbs up and 3 pieces of silver, buddy.
Well, I honestly, I just took like the dialogue from the exorcism itself. It just seemed to work. I don't know. Also, there's a point where like the chorus, it rings out like the power of Christ compels you, and it gets interrupted by the riff. That was intentional. That was like they're saying the power of Christ compels you, but the demon's like, nah, I don't care.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I'm still gonna be a mean guy.
Yeah, Christ is okay,
So,
but check out this riff.
Yeah.
Because rock and roll is the devil's music.
Yeah. But yeah, that was it. I wrote several different things. Like I started off like I picked up my guitar after started writing. I recorded a whole bunch of stuff on my phone, and then the next day I went through it all, and I was like, I don't think this fits, and I ended up just like doing that. And I think it was a happy accident that it was in 7, because like the theme of the Exorcist is in like 14 or 15, whatever. I don't know. It's weird, and I was like, that's cool. I made a weird thing. Well, I'll do it because it fits with the weird thing that they're doing.
I like it.
Thank you. Robbie, what do we got going on next week?
That is an excellent question, Andy. And next week, we are continuing our journey in the Screamiverse. We're doing Scream 4!
Whoa.
We didn't like Scream 3.
Oh, it's a bad movie.
I didn't like Scream 2.
It's also a bad movie.
I loved Scream.
Scream 1's great.
And I love ice cream.
It's irrelevant, but I agree.
Bro, well, once again, give out your socials and anything else you got to promote, because we got to wrap up the show.
Instagram is RA_JOOL. Add me on Facebook, Rahul Andrade. Give me time to be an actual professional comedian while I'm still working through my life and figuring out how to actually separate who I am from the comedian Rahul and have that social media thing go down so I can get booked more, because TikTokers are getting into governors before me and it sucks. And
fair point.
But also, I'm chilling.
Well, next week, Scream 4. Oh, the music. Oh, my goodness. You go to Apple Music, Deezer, Spotify, wherever you get your music. You search The Royds.
Napster.
You find a bunch of music. But if you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. You'll find everything, including guest songs, bonus songs, everything. Everything's there. Also, the YouTube has all of our songs. Robbie, tell us a little more about that.
Go to Instagram. You go to TikTok, YouTube, Reddit. You type in TheRoydsBand. That's our socials. I was going to do my rhyme, but I didn't. There we are. There we be. Click the link, then you'll see. There, I did it. Okay? I know people were rioting at work, rioting in their cars, rioting at home. They're destroying their own houses. What is this?
Wherever they may be. Oh, boy.
Follow us on all those socials. We have a subreddit where you can request a movie. Click the link down below where you can request a movie, or send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. We've had a bunch of comments coming in and a bunch of movie suggestions. We greatly appreciate it. Some of them have been made even on Spotify comments, and we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, they're all your requests are going on the list. You just got to give us a little time to get there, because we have a schedule.
We do.
But it will happen. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That's awesome.
And we do shamelessly chase the algorithm. So we are scheduled, but we do promise we will be adding all your requests do get added to the list. because we greatly appreciate it. We want to let you know you are heard, you are seen, and you got to eat your beans. They're musical fruit, haven't you heard?
Smash that like button.
What happened?
I heard two people at the
Smash that subscribe and hit that bell.
Yeah!
Yeah. Hit the bell, subscribe, leave a comment below, tell your friends.
Yeah, tell everyone you see. All right.
Tell your enemies.
Yeah. Tell your seeing enemies.
All right, Scream 4 next week.
Thanks, Rahul.
October.
You guys are the best. Anybody who's listening who's not already subscribed and downloading the podcast, you're missing the heck out. For real. Bye.
Yeah, brother. We'll see you later.
Bye.